Welcome to White Mountains Today. Joining me now is Ron Mellady on behalf of Valley Pride Day.
That's correct.
Thank
How
you
are
for
you?
joining us.
Thanks for having me.
I'm wonderful.
Great.
So tell us about Valley Pride Day and, anything that folks who have never been to it or joined it.
Okay.
Tell us all
Well,
about it.
this is Valley Pride Day is basically the first weekend in May. Well, this year is May 6th. That's the 23rd year that we clean up the valley. After all the snow is dissipated and cleaned up, and all the trash and stuff picked up over the past year, basically. But in the springtime, it seems like it all comes up after the snow leaves or appears. It doesn't come up, but. No, it's been a great event. It's a family event. It's all hands on board. It's a lot of fun and
sounds great.
worthwhile because they're making the valley look much better than what it did.
Absolutely.
And, beautiful as this.
It's nice to see fresh ground after the snow has finally melted away. And
Yeah, it's nice, and we try to make it before the black flies come out, which is the end of May. So hopefully we don't have that issue this year, but. It's a great event, and at the end of the day, we celebrate with a barbecue at the Hampton Inn. All hands there with entertainment, prizes, and a lot of fun.
Well, that sounds great. So do you need volunteers for Valley Pride Day?
We do need, always looking for volunteers. This year, we've asking for a couple more leads town leads. The thing as time goes on after 23 years, people come and go, and we're looking for a couple of town leads. I think it's in Jackson we need one, in Center Conway, and there was another one, I think maybe East Conway. Okay. We need a town lead that collects their volunteers, distributes their plastic bags and gloves, and this year we have an opportunity to have some safety vests for people who are on busy roads, make sure they're visible.
Sure.
The safety's first at any event.
Yeah, of course.
So,
Is there a process to signing up, or is it just a
well, that's
show
what
up that
the
day?
town leads actually do the signing up. They go on our Facebook page, which we post all the town leads, and they can see who the contact person is.
Okay.
And they contact that person, and then they set up a time at the contact person or town lead's specific location.
Okay.
That way they pick up their supplies and stuff. Usually between 8:30 and 10:30 on the day of the event.
Okay.
And then they pick up for a couple hours, an hour and a half, and then everybody brings their collection of their items, bags and stuff that they collect and bring them to the Hampton Inn, which we dispose of it in dumpsters, and then the party begins.
Wonderful. That sounds like a great time. So the Facebook page is MWV Valley Pride New Hampshire
Correct.
from Facebook, and it's May 6th.
That's correct. May 6th, basically starts at 8:30, like I said, and pick up till noon if you can.
Yep.
Do whatever you can. And it's a good idea for the volunteers or the town leads to have to know where you're going so we can document it.
Okay.
Because we have to document everything what we send in to the state of New Hampshire for New Hampshire Beautiful. Because that's the ones who supply us all the blue bags that you see everywhere in the
Yes,
valley.
yep.
So they just like to keep track of what's going on. It's a great idea.
It is a great idea.
Yeah.
So Ron, you're
Yes.
here from Trout Unlimited on behalf of Valley Pride Day. So
Correct.
tell us, for those of us who don't know, what is Trout Unlimited, and why is Valley Pride Day so important to your chapter?
Well, Trout Unlimited is an organization that has changed direction in the past few years. They used to be just like fishing stock and whatever, but now they've changed into a cold water recycling type organization. They're more interested in cold, clear water for everybody, for not only the fisheries, but for us, because we need cold, clear water. And it's becoming an issue as we go on with certain things that we put into the atmosphere and the water supply and stuff like that. So we try to, the more trash we pick up with Valley Pride Day, even though the contaminants, they may seep down into the aquifer at some point in time. And we just try to eliminate some of that, being it be renovations of culverts
Sure.
overstream culverts that we've had massive rainstorms, and these culverts are overcome, and they flood the area, and contaminants go everywhere.
Right.
So we've got availability to us to work with certain landowners, if they qualify, to make that possibility not happen again by more up-to-date culvert systems. I'm not too familiar with what they are, but I know they're more available than the big round ones they put in today.
Right.
They're more like an open stream, free flow type arrangement.
Okay.
And with that, it eliminates a lot of the flooding, which is good for everybody, because I know we've had that issue in the past.
Right, right. Speaking of contaminants,
Speaking of contaminants.
what is the most popular contaminant that you find on the road
Well,
when your volunteers are out picking up?
well, that's a wide range, but the most popular one is a little aluminum can, about 12 ounces, blue and white. So we try to pick up a lot of those, and we recycle those.
Good.
They go back into the system for recycling, as well as the glass and plastic.
Yes.
But that little blue and white, red, white, and blue can is very popular.
I see a lot of those on the road myself.
Yes, we do.
So Trout Unlimited is hosting Valley Pride Day. Who are your sponsors for this event?
Well, the sponsors, we have quite a few sponsors. We have Badger Realty, we have White Mountain Oil, we have a GB Carrier, AJ Coleman, Zebs.
Yeah.
They're all great sponsors to help us continue this,
Yeah.
and to help with our Conway High School graduate every year, which we give a scholarship to, who's going into environmental sciences or into law enforcement for something like that. One kid is being a game warden now, or a conservation officer, if you will.
Wonderful.
Now, so he's that's pretty exciting for
It
us
is
to help him
exciting.
along.
That's wonderful.
Yep.
Beautification and support for education.
For forest beautification and the environment, that's what we try to do.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Wonderful. So over the course of the day for Valley Pride Day, you have your groups of volunteers. What does a day look like for a volunteer, start to finish?
Well, start to finish, the town leads usually have their people that they contact, or the people contact their town leads, and they arrange a time between 8:30 and 10:30 in the morning to meet at their designed location wherever they want to pick up the area that they want to pick up.
Okay.
And that usually lasts, like I say, a couple of hours.
Yep.
And they pick up their supplies and bags and go along and pick up all along the trash that they can reach within reason. They don't want to pick up anybody's yard or anything like that. But and then, at the end at noon on the event day, they can all go down to Hampton Inn, where we have a big barbecue. Thanks to a lot of the Valley Originals really contribute to that. For the
Wonderful.
restaurants and stuff. And there's so many I can't name them all in
Yeah.
3 seconds.
Yeah.
But no, that's our usual day. It takes about a couple hours for the whole event, 3 hours max, and you can be thankful and happy that you've helped clean up the valley.
That's wonderful. And you have some frequent organizations that they kind of have their place set already. They know what to do, and they go right to work.
Yeah, we have certain organizations. The Kiwanis Club done it for many years, and they have their location. The Echo Group.
Yep.
We have Saco Valley Land Trust. They've done it for quite a while, and hopefully they can all be again this year available to help us clean it up.
We hope so. Great.
It's a great event. I mean, people get there, they talk together, and people honk and go as they go by, and give them the thumbs up. So
Yeah.
it's really enjoying.
Only asking for a couple hours of time, really.
That's correct. Yeah, and it's just to get outside. And unfortunately, it is a rain or shine event. So
Dress
so
appropriately.
dress for it properly, and safety is involved. So we have to pay attention to that as well.
What a great initiative.
Yeah, it's quite the event. So we're going to keep going with this, and we're planning on brainstorming some special things to get to 25. So, or in a
All
couple
right.
years, and hopefully our predecessor Donna Woodward can join us in that event too, because I
That
know
would be
she's still
wonderful.
around.
Yeah.
She's just taking the back seat.
That would be wonderful. Well, we hope that anyone and everyone can show up and volunteer for Valley Pride Day on May 6th.
Yep.
Sign up with your local town. You're watching White Mountains Today.